Welcome back to Bitcoin Advisors. My name is Chris, bringing it to you here from Westlake Village, California, where it's bright and sunny and beautiful every day. Just kidding. But overall, we do have some wonderful weather out here. Great weather, bad politics. Yep, take that face mask off. That's garbage. Anyways, what I will say here is that we look at Bitcoin's price action, traditional markets, NASDAQ, S&P, and we look at gold and silver and the dollar, and we cover a few of our favorite altcoins. But the main focus here is Bitcoin. And what I would say is, you know what the number one thing holding people back from investing in Bitcoin? It's that most people have nobody to show them how to do it. And we have years of experience of helping people invest in Bitcoin and other cryptos in their IRA or 401k. So if you'd like to get a free investor guide, you can always click on the link in the description below. And I'm going to jump into these price action charts themselves right now. And I will start it off with Bitcoin on the 5-day time frame. And we've got some really good entry points, exit points. What I'm saying here is there's a very easy way to judge this. And what I would be saying here is, if we get any kind of a 5-day closure above the high of the last 5-day closure at 47,350, right? So we're going to be closing this in 4 hours and 51 minutes. Any kind of a closure above there, that is going to be a bullish engulfing green candle, and that's going to give us continuation to the upside. And we're going to find that out today in about 5 hours. And what else is Bitcoin working on here? It's a bounce off the 21, a closure above the red 10 simple. And we do have some hidden bullish divergence here coming in on the 5-day RSI. Again, that would be lower lows here, but higher lows here, right? And that's what hidden bullish divergence is. If we go down to the daily time frame, and here's the very important thing. If we don't get continuation today, or at least by Monday, I'll be leaning more towards the bearish case, right? But just covering up the last 24 hours, we did say as long as Bitcoin doesn't close below 47,000, our prior daily low, we're looking for 49,000. And if we are having a pullback off, which it does look like we just did confirm another lower high, which is pretty nasty, but I would say, you know, as long as we don't close below 47,000, right, I'm going to be bullishly biased, and I'm a little more on the bullish side right now. Now, let's just take a look at one other thing, another point for the bulls here, and I'm going to pull up the CME chart here, which shows it a little more clearly. But what we saw is this breakdown from, call it, what is that, 53,000 down to 43,000, a $10,000 move. $10,000 move, and what happened to the volatility read? It went down. Declining volatility as Bitcoin's price went down. What we'd want to see for a real reversal is volatility to increase as the price is going down to get continuation. So that, I would say, is another point for the bulls. But the big question again here today is, how would we confirm a trend reversal? If Bitcoin does come back down below 47,000 on a daily, that'll be your lower high. And if we do expect, if that does happen, I would expect a move down to 44,000. Now, again, that is not my opinion. I am rather bullish here, to put it bluntly, but at the end of the day, my opinion is irrelevant. It's all about the setups. It's all about the invalidation points, the entries, and the profit taking as well. So if you don't have those things, frankly, you shouldn't be trading in general, just an aside, because, well, it's probably not going to end good. It'll end in tears. And at least that's been my experience. So that's not being a trader. That's being a gambler, right? You might get lucky in a bull market, but that's not always going to work out long term. And one other thing I wanted to point out on the CME chart here on the daily, sorry, what is that, the 12 hour? Where are we getting that? No, the 4 hour. And this is, we got the silver cross here, and that's when the yellow crosses the 21 here. How can I show you this here? Silver cross. Come on. There's got to be a way to do it. So what is the silver cross here is when the yellow 21 crosses the green 55, and we did get that cross here back a couple days ago. That's not too bad. And we did test, we are testing, and this big wick getting bought up here, I would, again, consider that a buying opportunity. Any kind of a closure back above 47,450, and we'll get to the top side of the range at 48,000. But really, we need a closure above 48,500 or below 47,000 to get really the next momentous move. And I did want to take a look at Bitcoin dominance here at 41, and we'll look at it on a weekly. And I am assuming the downtrend here is going to continue with a slight bounce here from this level. So Bitcoin probably dominance heads up to about 43, 44. Rejects there and comes back down around 37%, and that would mean altcoins going to start to party. So Ethereum, again, Ethereum's another one, really easy one to judge here. And it's very similar to Bitcoin, I would say. And what is that? I'll put it on a 4-hour so you can see it a little more clearly. And what I was saying this morning, it took me a couple times to get this video out today, but any kind of a closure below 3,500 on a 12-hour or daily. Below 3,500, I'm expecting a move back down to about, 3,400, small bounce, and then continuation down to 3,200. So that's already been activated, but on the higher term time frames, like a 5-day, 5-day closing tonight, any closure above 3,500 is going to look very, very good. Any kind of a closure below or above 3,500 is going to look very, very nice overall here. And that would be a closure above the last 5-day high at 3,565. So that would be the bullish engulfing candle. The same thing we'd get on Bitcoin closing above 48, I think 48,350. And so I would say, again, right now, this looks, it's very hard to judge, honestly. But, any kind of a closure on a 12-hour or a daily below this pivot here, which we just got it. We just got the 12-hour closure below 3,500. And I am looking for a move back down to about 3,200. Now, let's check out gold. Gold getting absolutely slacked here, closing a huge daily candle as volatility is increasing, and we got Stokes heading down, and I'm looking for a move back down to the, call it high 1600s. Silver, what's going on with silver? And I've just been, relatively disappointed with silver over the last year, not performing well as the government is printing all this money. It doesn't make sense. But I would look at this as a major buying opportunity because we're at the bottom side of the range. And we've been bouncing off this range here at $22 over the last 12 months. So typically what do you want to do? You don't want to sell the bottom side of the range. You want to buy the bottom side of the range, sell the top side of the range, right? And again, this isn't financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm hoping this information can help you just have a better outlook on the markets. And then we wanted to check out NASDAQ and S&P. And the NASDAQ here is breaking down. And why is it breaking it down? Well, Evergrande, the second largest real estate developer in China, just became insolvent. And what they're calling this is Lehman Brothers 2.0. Now, Chinese government's a little bit different, right? They can pass laws, recapitalize, and, change things on a very, very quick basis because of the communist regime, right? They don't have to ask anybody to print more money or to raise interest rates or lower them. They just do whatever they want, right? The government has complete control. But if you're the second largest real estate developer in China and you just became insolvent, right? Your bonds were trading at par value and now they're at 60 cents on the dollar. You're talking about probably $1 trillion business that is just getting wiped out. Very similar to the Lehman Brothers situation in 2008. And I'd say there are some shocking similarities to the 2008 market when it comes to real estate here in America, right? Everybody's home is just going to the moon. And frankly, all the people I'm talking to, right, they're all saying the same thing. Oh, I'm buying another home, buying another home. I'm selling my home. I'm buying a bigger home, right? And I just talked to a client yesterday who said he bought a home in Texas for $150,000. Today it's going for $800,000. And that's insane. I profit to him, you know, hands up to him. And just getting back into these price action charts, S&P is breaking down as well. You know, the market's down 3% from the highs, right? That's nothing in comparison to Bitcoin or any of these cryptos. But in traditional markets, you know, people are starting to get concerned, and I think with good reason, with all the you know, underlying market dynamics. That is also another thing I wanted to point out here was the dollar here, which is rallying back to the highs about 93.50. I would say continuation from there. If you look at this on a weekly perspective, what happened? Well, we just got our first higher high. We just got a higher low, and that probably give us a bump up to 94 cents at least over the next week or two. And that's a big move in dollar terms. And when dollar goes up, metals go down. Dollar goes up, metals go down, and sometimes stocks and Bitcoin go down as well. Other than that, I'm going to leave it off with that here today. I hope you guys have a wonderful, blessed weekend, and we'll be catching up with you soon. Don't forget, like and subscribe, hit the little bell, get the notifications so you can get these updates as they are timely. Thanks and have a blessed day.